big step up in the second half. Was that just a function of getting used to the zone and working the ball a little bit more?
Yeah, they play a very unusual defense. When I was getting ready for the game, and obviously they played Michigan as part of the 2K, and reading some of Coach Beilein's comments, and he said he'd never seen a zone like it in 40 years. So if he hasn't seen it, then it's a little bit out of the box. And I thought it took us a while to get our footing, and I didn't think we were moving the ball or our bodies against it as well as we needed to. Fortunately, in the second half, I thought we did a better job with that.
What was your feeling when Luke went down, and how much of a sense of relief was it when he came back out?
I can't say what I was thinking, but certainly good to see him come back out. Again, he took a hard. It was almost like he was on the line, and the running back just ran right over him. But he's doing fine. He'll be fine. He may be a little sore from the tackle, but I think he'll be fine.
What did you like about what Sam brought to playing the 5 as opposed to bringing in Matt off the bench?
Well, I think with their zone, what Sam does is bring a shooting dimension, and so we'll take a look at Sam at the 5 too. And obviously, I thought Matt gave us good minutes there at the end, but Sam's a very unique player, and he gives us a different look when he's in at the 5.
You said that this zone was unique. What about it made it so different from all of the other zone defenses you've seen up until now?
Well, most zone defenses have an air of predictability to them, where you pretty much can tell your team what the rotations are going to be, what it's going to look like, and their zone takes a lot of different shapes, sometimes in the course of possession. And so it forces you to play basketball. And you gotta, again, I think it's not something you see very often. So that's why I thought it took us a little while to get our footing, but once we did, we did pretty good.
We've made a lot of the depth thus far this year and how much of a difference it makes. How much are you kind of adjusting what you're doing from having guys on the floor just for matchups to having guys more on the floor who just have the hot hand in the moment?
Well, I think you make decisions based on both. I mean, we've been able to play 11 guys, double-figure minutes, and a lot of that's a function of being up 30 in both those games. But, again, I'd be okay with us being up 30 for the rest of the season in every game, but I certainly don't anticipate it. So, the rotation's probably not going to be as big in tighter games than it has been these first 2 games. I think Caton and JJ and Haney, you have to have those 3 guys on the court a lot. Obviously, you got to have Luke on the floor a lot. I think the one position I think we're getting pretty good play from, but there isn't as much separation as at the point guard position. So that's a little bit more of who's got the hot hand, who's doing what we need, in the course of the game.
Yeah, 11 guys. You go to 11 guys pretty quickly tonight, and nobody plays more than 27 minutes. Everyone gets 10 minutes. Is this the plan to have 11 guys in every game, or is it a matchup thing, or is this just an opportunity because you guys had the upper hand pretty early here?
Like I just said, I think, the game has dictated some of getting into 11 deep. I don't anticipate us playing 11 guys in every game. But, certainly we want to use our depth. And I think the first half, as we are engaging in the flow of the game, we'll get everybody some time early in the game and then see what the game calls for. And, like going into Vanderbilt, Tracy came off the bench, but when he got in the game, I thought, changed the game. And so he's going to play more. That's just the way it is. I think we're getting pretty consistent production from J.J., Haney, Caton, and then Luke is Luke. So, those guys are going to be on the floor for extended minutes. How the other things shake out is going to be dependent on what the game calls for.
You guys have had some success in early season tournaments since you got here, and even before that. What's the plan this year? What's the goal this year for continuing that success, and how do you approach it this time?
Well, again, you got to focus on the task ahead of you. It's not something where we're talking ahead to the championship. We're going to play a heck of a team in Michigan. We're obviously really well coached, a lot of experience, very sound offensively and defensively, and so we have this 4 games in 7 days is a little bit more of an NBA schedule than it is a college schedule, and so there's not a lot of preparation time, but we're going to dive right into preparing for Michigan tonight and hopefully give our guys a good snapshot of who they are tomorrow.
Is that something that your depth helps with? The schedule is tough like that?
Yeah, I think, we should be fresh between, how we manage a practice, and then guys have been able, it's not like we're playing 5 guys, 40 minutes. I mean, guys should be fresh, and so hopefully that will help us. And that remains to be seen.
We good?
Go ahead. One more question. Don't say I've never done anything for you, okay?
Thank you, Coach.
You're welcome.
Last year in the Legends Classic, you had the apparel change and you took them up to the playground to go through a walkthrough. Any plans to do that again this year? It seemed to work.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. That was a little bit different circumstances 12 months ago. So, but we'll try to do things in New York to get us ready to play the game and, keep building our team and continue to get better.